welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Samanmali and this is my third video, so go check out my last one. If I know you or if you've seen my videos before, thank you so much for all the support for my second video. It was so much fun to film it and I learned a lot from the editing process. Putting it out was super exciting and slightly nerve-wracking, and hopefully I'll be becoming better and better at it until I become a pro. So I had this whole idea on what to talk about on my third video. It's still an option and it's actually a great one. However, it wouldn't have felt very genuine to not address what's going on right now in the world. Maybe never before have we gone through such difficult times as a collective. And by we, I mean our generation. Because yes, of course, historically there's been many global pandemics and illnesses, world wars and famines that affected a lot of people. But it's always been something we would learn about in school books or documentaries or hear on the news about far away distant countries. It never really affected us. It was never about us. With what's happening right now, we've been hit right where we feel the safest. In our own cities, our neighborhoods, our homes. People we know and care about are being affected, and we could be affected. Obviously that's going to bring up a lot of fear and panic, and some strange, unnecessary behavior. Fear sadly often translates in people wanting to look for someone to blame. Many Asian people around the world are currently experiencing racism, not aided by the fact that some politicians call it the Chinese virus. And even though the first cases were in China, Chinese doctors and hospitals have been so amazingly skilled at showing the world how the virus can be contained. And they're actually now helping hospitals in Italy. And here in Australia, I've heard of backpackers being denied entrance to hostels because they're Italian. And some Australians in India are having a hard time after being kicked out of their homestays. It's a never-ending cycle. The hot potato of blame is being dumped on anyone but ourselves. Everyone needs to chill. Which is easier said than done, I know. But isn't there a silver lining for every difficult situation? What's the lesson behind all this? Regarding exactly that, I would highly recommend watching a video by Earthlyn Ed. It's brief but powerful. I'll link it below for you to watch it. In the video, he talks about how while it may be correct to say that COVID-19 as well as SARS started in China, let's not forget. Remember mad cow disease? Well, it started in the UK, where cattle was fed cattle. And gentle reminder, cows eat grass, not cows. And swine flu? Well, it started in the US. So it's not about pointing fingers, it's about looking at our role in all of this. I won't say much else, I'd rather you watch it. Before all this started, all we did as a society was run, without having a clear idea of the direction we were taking. Now, with everything that's happening, all we can do is stay put and face our stuff. Which, of course, it can be scary. But it really does seem like Mother Earth has put us in the naughty corner, so we can think about what we did. But most importantly, what we can do to change things. She's literally showing us what happens when humanity takes a break. Air pollution levels have dropped drastically in the matter of a few weeks. The water in canals in Venice are clearer than they've been in probably close to a century. And again, Earth is showing us how detrimental our actions have been to her health, to her beauty. And isn't her health our health? She's our mother after all. And after all that's been addressed, we have also been given a chance to sit down and think about the direction our personal lives were taking. Were we really happy doing what we were doing? And I'm talking about career, daily life. This seems like the perfect opportunity to press that reset button. And everything you've been postponing, everything you had given up on, maybe it's the right time to pick it up again, to give it another chance. And what an exciting prospect that is. We finally have time. When people tell me they're bored at home right now, I understand. Many people have very active lives, but I also think that all it takes is a mindset change. Think about how much you can do that you weren't able to do before all of this. Be inspired by the possibilities. Yeah, so what are you doing about it, you might ask? Many courses online are currently being offered at a discounted price because of what's happening right now. And if you've been wanting to learn something new or deepen your knowledge on a specific topic, now is the perfect time. There's so many courses I'd like to do. It's actually hard to choose. But I've started with a breathwork course by the O2 Awakening team. If you're not familiar with them, I'll link their Instagram account below. I had initially heard of them about a year ago when a friend went to one of their workshops here in Sydney. At the time, I couldn't attend. But since then, I started hearing about breathwork more and more, and I got curious. So when they emailed me about the online course, I thought, why not? I'm finding it very interesting, and in a nutshell, breathwork is controlling your breath consciously in order to promote a calmer and clearer mind. As suggested in my previous video, another great way to learn is reading. And learning is amazing, but what I'm most excited about is to read all the books in my to-be read list. I've always been an avid reader. Anyone who knows me knows that. I was an only child, and all I did was travel to faraway, fantastic lands from the comfort of my bedroom. My favorite books were adventure and fantasy books. With time, I moved on to biographies, travel biographies, self-growth, philosophy, and spiritual advancement books. But fantasy will always be in my heart. I might actually do a video on my favorite books and what I'm currently reading. Anyway, if your excuse for not reading has always been lack of time, well, now you have no excuses. And what about rest? I feel like so many people run on their emergency reserve, not allowing their bodies to rest for more than 6 hours. And don't get me wrong, I don't mean that everyone needs 8 hours sleep, but we definitely underestimate the importance of a good night's sleep. It regenerates our bodies, improves our immune system, improves productivity and focus, directly affects our moods. I could go on forever, so set your phone on airplane mode and enjoy. These are just 3 of the 1,000 things you could do. Others could be picking up a new skill or a hobby, like learning to play the guitar, learning handstands, music production, cooking, drawing, painting, anything. Use your imagination, create, and express yourself. What blocks creativity most times is not accepting that when you get started, you're not going to be the greatest. But what I tell myself whenever I feel like that is that what teaches you the most is the learning process. So don't be afraid. So what's my message in this video? Now is the time. So what are you gonna do about it? Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you soon. Mwah.